Ignite to impact.
Want more confidence as a leader at work and in life? Today's conversation, I'm going to share 3 ways to boost your confidence so that you can accelerate career success, grow your business, and achieve the dreams you want in life. How y'all doing? I'm Dr. Geneva, vibrant life coach and business strategist. I'm delighted you're here. And while I work with entrepreneurs and now work with entrepreneurs and executives teaching personal growth and leadership development. For the past 40 years, I was running organizations, multi-million dollar agencies with hundreds of employees. And oftentimes, this whole aspect of confidence played into how they carried out their work and how they thought about themselves. And so I really want to focus on that topic today because I've had this fascination with how the role that confidence plays in leading your life, in running your business, in managing at work. So I wanted to talk about that. And my passion about it has been great. And I got my doctorate in leadership. So you can see that it's really been a part of my life for a long while. And over the years, I've gained a lot of insight and had this intense curiosity about confidence. So when we talk about confidence, what is confidence? It really is what you think about yourself, how you believe in yourself, and what you think about yourself, your attitude about yourself affects the way you feel, and how you think about yourself and feel about yourself drives your behavior, how you behave. So whether we're talking about on the job, running your business, in being a parent, being a coach for a little league baseball group, being a part of a membership club, whatever we're talking about, this whole aspect of confidence and leading yourself as well as others is an important thing to think about. Having confidence can, in fact, boost your productivity because you feel good and you have this can do attitude. It helps you achieve your goals because you're focused and clear and you have the confidence, in fact, that you will do that. And it also helps you really guide and inspire others, particularly if you're guiding and leading others at work or at home. So those are the things in terms of the importance of confidence. I'm checking my notes to make sure that I'm hitting the points that I want to. I also want to say that self-confidence is it's not static. It doesn't exist in one place and then you capture it and you got it, or you don't capture it and you don't have it. Confidence is really an ongoing journey, and you may feel confident in some situations, and in other situations, you doubt yourself, you're not really sure. And so, because it's this back and forth journey, you're acquiring, you're learning, you're building, you're growing, confidence is not static. Okay, so that's important to know. I think another critical part of knowing about and studying confidence is that it's an acquired skill. Now, being an acquired skill means that you can learn it. So you can practice it and you can learn it. You can master it and really figure out ways that you can boost your confidence and increase your confidence. And let me tell you this, once you master those techniques and strategies on how you can be more confident or boost your confidence in certain situations, you're going to become a master at it because you'll apply what you've learned in so many different situations. So again, remember, confidence is an attitude. It's the way you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself, how you feel about yourself. And again, that attitude, that mindset drives you in terms of your behavior and what you do and how you act. Because if you believe you can do it, you have that growth mindset, then you have a can do attitude. And that can do attitude, it makes you step out of your comfort zone and allows you really to step out of your comfort zone and to try new things and to experience newness and different things and imagine endless possibilities. So as you can see, I'm a geek about this confidence, and I want to talk about confidence as a leader. Now, let me just say another thing about being a leader and leadership. So there's those obvious roles, and I'll talk about mention the obvious roles that we think about when we say the term or think of the term leader. Someone who has a position or a title or the role of leader of a group or heading up a project. Okay. Someone in political office, someone who runs a company, etc. So, yes, but I want you to understand that uh, you don't have to have a title or position to be a leader. Okay. First, it's what you do with your life. Don't you want to lead your own life? Don't you want to be the main influencer and in what you do? Okay. So there's this whole aspect when we talk about leadership and leading that talks about yourself and leading your life so that you can create your life that you want. Okay. So that's one aspect of it. There's also the aspect of what you do at work or running your business. Yes. If you're a solo entrepreneur or an entrepreneur, period, you are the leader of your company. You can have 5 employees or 500,000 employees. If you are the head, if you the numero uno head honcho, you the leader. So we're talking about leader, and that's kind of clear. And then at work or in your career, if you guide other folk, if you have people on a team, you're the leader. I want you to also think about leadership at home or in your personal life. If you're a parent, you are guiding your family. You're raising kids. You have developing, having that relationship with your partner, etc. So there are, leadership qualities, leadership skills. You're leading, you're guiding, because that's what leadership is. It's really a guiding and influencing. And so that's what you're doing. So I want to paint this picture for you in terms of leadership and perhaps and ask you to kind of broaden your horizon in terms of thinking about it and not just look at it as a work thing or what happens in the community or a political thing or in a company, okay? But that it also happens in life, at home, in school, etc. So I want you to broaden that perspective. Now, the question then is, if you stay with me for a moment, if you'll accept for a moment those various roles where you in fact are and can be a leader, leading others, guiding others, influencing others and yourself, you perhaps can see how confidence in whatever role you're playing matters. So that's what we're going to talk about. Okay. So I want you to understand, no matter what hat you got on as a leader, confidence going to be playing in it. Okay. So let's get started. Let me check my notes. I'm going to refer to my notes because, I like referring to my notes so I don't forget anything because I got a lot up here that comes from a lifelong bunch of experience. And so I want to get it all out to you. So, okay, the first way, so I'm going to leave you 3 ways to boost your confidence. There's a whole bunch of them, but on in this conversation, I want to talk about 3 ways. The first is to do your homework. Now, this is a familiar question that I'm sure many of us have heard because we all went to school. And the question is, did you do your homework? So somebody be asking you that. A parent, someone who cares for you. Good morning, Mary Wells. Someone, who wants your make sure you're doing good things. I know as I was growing up, it seemed like all the adults, I grew up in a very small town, and all the adults were interested in what was happening. And every place I go, they was asking me, did you do your homework? You keeping up with your schoolwork, etc. Okay. And so we're familiar with this. And so I want you to take that familiar question and translate it into what we're talking about today, because it's all about preparation. So one of the key ways to boost your confidence in any situation is to be prepared. And so you learn, you do your homework, you study, you research, you think about, you reflect, you prepare yourself. And then you also practice, because that's what homework, when we did it in school, did for us. It taught us a particular skill, and then it allowed us to practice by doing that homework, that assignment over and over and over and over again, right? So this combination of practice and preparation is it's a dynamic synergy that occurs when you're when you spend some time researching and getting the best knowledge you can and learning a skill and practicing. So this is a way to not only develop your skills, to do your homework, to be prepared, to practice, but it also helps you grow your competency. Whatever industry or business you're in, you want to become the expert in it. You want to be seen as an authority. Why? Because if you're seen as an authority, as an expert, people say, "Ooh, it draws you." They listen to you. Other people listen to you more, and you feel better about yourself. Again, what you think about yourself. Now, if you've become this expert, you're feeling good, ain't you? Okay, do your homework. And so this practice of, and so I wanted to tell you that leaders, as you're building your confidence, leaders are always learning, always curious about learning, lifelong learners. They're listening to podcasts, they're going to seminars, they're signing up for workshops, they're going where experts are in their particular area, they're asking questions, they're getting feedback. There's this reading books, there's this constant search, this constant curiosity for the best of the best knowledge. So if you combine this preparation, practice, and curiosity, these habits, in fact, can keep you ahead in terms of achieving your goal. And if you're running a business, keeping you ahead of your competition, and help you in your decision making and articulating what it is that you know about. All of that leads to your boosted confidence. Okay? So remember, do your homework, be prepared, be a lifelong learner. Number 2, in terms of ways to boost your confidence as a leader in life or at work, is to be an action-oriented problem solver. That's a mouthful. So bottom line, what I'm saying, not only do I want you to increase your capacity to identify and dissect problems? But once you've done that, I want you to do something about it. Okay? So you can become an action oriented problem solver, someone who um, can do and does do, who increases their what I call the say do ratio. That is, you do a lot of what you say you're going to do and you do it. And so your ratio of that action is there. And so if you're an action-oriented solver, you look not only for solutions, but also you take action on them and you implement. Okay. And so, and you do look for great people, talent, the best people to assist or to come with you on this journey or to help you out. So, in other words, as I like to say, leaders will fix plumbing leaks, find caterers at the last minute while others are bemoaning, what are we going to do? It's going to be a cooking disaster, and generally have this can do, make it happen mentality and attitude. And this is so critical. And when people see it, because it'll ooze out of you now. Okay. But when people see it, are inspired by it, will follow you in terms of it, again, they see you as confidently moving forward and you feel confident. And this blame game, confident leaders don't waste time in looking for blame and shame. One of the things I learned early on as a leader through lots of pain and tribulation was that creating what I call a no fault environment really worked. It worked for me and it worked for the people I was guiding who were with me. And what a no fault environment is, well, we ain't going to spend time looking for the blame and the shame. That's not, we can talk what happened. We can spend some time in reviewing and reflecting. But what we're going to do is how we're going to fix it, how we're going to move forward, how we're going to make the lemonade out of the lemons. And so one of the things that I tried to do, I still in every environment that I'm in, if I'm a leader, is to establish a no fault environment. Okay. It ain't nobody's fault. We're just going to do it. And so because what it does is it shifts the focus from finding blame to getting solutions. Okay. And I think that the most confident leaders are in that sphere. Okay. So this is a quick, easy way, focus more and more on the actions. Okay. Look for specific problems and solutions, become a master of out the box thinking, so it's not either or, but it's both and. Okay. All right. So then the third way I'd like to leave with you in terms of boosting your confidence is to learn to read beyond what's spoken. Okay. So this is another, really top confident leadership skill, and that is to be able to read what's going on in the room. Okay. There's a lot of conversation about, oh, Dr. Geneva, I want to own the room. I want to walk in with confidence and all of that. There are lots of ways to do that. And one of the ways is to learn to be able to read the room. So read the people who are there, reading other people, as well as what's happening, the dynamics of a meeting or a reception or a space. And reading the room is really listening to, not only listening to what is being said. So you have those listening skills, but also being able to decipher cues and signals, verbal and non-verbal behavior. Okay, so this is I want you to just work with me on this one for just a moment. Okay, because I want to make sure you understand this concept. So one of the things as a leader, I want you to be able to listen and read how people are feeling, and you can tell that by a lot of times by their facial expression. So if you're talking and they're going, they're kind of frowning or looking away or what have you, they either not understanding, not interested in what you're talking about, confused, etc. We do it all the time. Y'all know how to do. We do that in life. So you can apply this in different. You are reading people in terms of their cues, their nonverbal cues, their facial expressions, or if they're sitting, like that, or looking over, or looking down, or not paying attention, etc. Something's going on. So what you want to do is you want to connect with that and read that and ask, hey, what's happening? You understand what I'm talking about, or at least have a sense of what's happening. So often I find that, and see, here's the thing, particularly as female leaders, we have this extraordinary intuitive ability, and we don't bring it out enough in our work related, business related, career related areas. We maybe use it at home, maybe use it with our kids, with our partners, etc., but we don't realize that intuitiveness, that ability to read things, to understand, to have those gut feelings, in fact, can be used and is the ability to read situations. And so that we can use that. And once you develop it and hone it, it becomes you authentically. Okay. So anyway, so I don't want to get, because I can do a whole video on that. But anyway, so effective leaders don't just glide by when they see somebody who's confused or has doubt or what have you. They push and they probe and they say, what's happening? And trying to find out what's going on and instantly recognize what's happening and try to get to the bottom of it or the heart of the matter. Don't slip over it. Don't, blaze over it and keep on going. Learn to read. And in doing that, you need to be aware of your own body language as well. Hey, don't just focus on the people you speaking to. Check your own self out. And are you speaking directly to someone in the eye? Do you smile? Are you sitting up straight? Do you have that air of confidence? Are you popping your collar? You popping your collar. See, my collar, I got one going down, one going up, but I'm trying to pop it, ain't I? I'm trying to get it up there. But again, that air, that's body language, and how you walk and smile. People see before you open your mouth. So again, these are ways I always tell my particularly young folk who would come on the job I just hire. I'd talk with them and about young people in the programs for young people that I ran. I would always talk about how you greet someone and shake their hand. That you want to look people directly in the eye and don't have a limp handshake. I can't show you, but you don't want to. You want to have something that says, "Hello, how are you?" And I remember when I was working with the gangs in Philadelphia, the youth gangs in Philadelphia, and so I would. My colleague and we had decided that we weren't going to just be in the offices. We were asked to plan these programs that would create juvenile justice and various employment and workforce development programs for young people, we decided we weren't going to do that in a vacuum, so that we were going to go on the streets and be in the community and work with youth groups, and particularly with gangs in Philadelphia, because at the time there was a huge gang problem. And so we were talking about, that's why I kind of learned this whole thing about how you greet someone and how you shake their hand. And we would spend time on the street corner helping them young brothers and sisters learn how to look people in the eye with a smile and shake a hand firmly that says, "How are you? I'm glad to meet you, and I'm confident." And we would actually be doing that on the street corners. Oh, it brings back such great memories. But the point is, it does signal, confidence and this body language and this assuredness. And then the other thing is, you want to dress the part. Make sure you dress the part in terms of what you wear, etc., and then communicate effectively. So I want you to look confidently. I want you to act the part. You'll not only feel in control of you, but you will feel very confident, but people will have much more confidence in you. So those are the three ways that I wanted to share with you. But I'm going to leave you with a bonus. Okay. So here's my bonus. And the bonus way to boost your confidence is to make time for the things that matter. Okay. Leaders with confidence at work and at home, people who are confident, who just think good of themselves, do their best to avoid burnout. Okay. And so what you think about yourself, come on, stay with me on this. See, so we're talking about confidence is what you think about yourself. So you want to think that you and your health matters, that it's important. So if you think your health is important, if you think that stress and anxiety is not good for you and you want to reduce the overwhelm, if you believe that you can get unstuck and you can do something about that, then you will. Okay. So rather than being stuck in a muck and can't do nothing, or feel that you're burned out or overwhelmed, your mind is saying, I can do something else. And so leaders know, that you're human and you're just like everyone else. And so you're going to have to take time to recharge your batteries and also nurture the relationships that are important to you. And so, particularly for my leaders out there who are running their businesses or heading up companies, et cetera, you know what you feel about and what you do in terms of your, yes, Mary, unstuck. That's the way to get unstuck. You know how it is when you're at work and you're practicing some of these things and you're being the best you can in terms of your employees and the people on your team. You're showing this confidence. You're telling them that they matter, etc. Well, bring that good stuff home. Okay, bring that good stuff into your life. Remember that you should not only preach it and practice it, but you need to profess it and do it for yourself. Okay. So my bonus way to boost your confidence as a leader at work or at home is to make time for the things that matter. You. Okay. Your personal relations, life, because you will be with you forever. Okay, so I'd love to hear from you either now or on the replay. Thank you all for joining. What do you think? And what are some of your ways to boost confidence? I'd love to hear it. Leave it for me in the comments. If you're looking for more ways and some easy, practical, but down deep strategies, go pick up Grab Unleashing the Fabulous You. It's chock full of more strategies to boost your confidence, get rid of that self-doubt, and go from overwhelmed to a confident, well-balanced person who knows what to do next. And so go on and grab yourself that. Love you all, and I'm out.
Ignite